Alright everyone, I pulled a Leo soap opera recently. I thought I'd pull the hot spot of the connection cycle because it's been coming up pretty wild in the weekly readings when I pull position 4, the Cancerian energy. So let's do it. Let's do a reading. A fire hose of energy keeps me up all night. Unplanned, really. I mean, I just kind of pulled this out of my ass this morning for the sign of Cancer. Let's take a ground level look at what's going on here. Technically an all signs reading. Okay, technically it is because it's the hot spot of the connection cycle. My channel here, a lot of Cancerians though, I will tell you. That being said, I've got a pre-shuffle here that made me laugh. It did. You'll see why. Most of you know what these cards kind of mean anyway, and that's all you have to know for the surface energy. Right? There's no deep analogy here. There's no touching story from my childhood. No, nothing going on here. I got the Hierophant crossed by the Empress, that's you, and the Two of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. And underneath that, by the way, is a very weak Five of Wands. There isn't a whole lot. There's somebody attached to you. I'll just paraphrase it. Granted, it's the surface energy and I don't control free will. But somebody is running out of excuses. There isn't a whole lot of excuses for somebody to not reach out to you. To not at least acknowledge. It could be an acknowledgement energy. It might not be communication. It might be them acknowledging that they could have had this with you. Okay? Could have. This is whoever this energy is. Much like when I pull the Leo soap opera, I get a very specific energy. This is the Cancer energy that I was originally pulling on when I first came here to YouTube. This is that fire hose of energy. This is that same motherfucking person. I don't care how far gone they are. They're either acknowledging in the current energy that they could have had this with you, and well, maybe I could go get it. Not a lot of excuses left not to, but at least it could be an acknowledgement. If it's not an acknowledgement, it is direct communication. No doubt about it. Because somebody is facing some cold, hard truths here. And there's not a lot of... When you start pulling Empress crossing the Hierophant, when two soulmates coming together, somebody's realized that they could have that. I don't know. Let's see. I think this is going to be a very interesting reading. I'm going to clarify with one of my offline decks. It's called the Somnia deck. I use it quite a bit. I'm going to have some fun with it here. I might make it one of our regulars here. Now, a lot of my offline decks don't like to be online. They don't like the crowd. This one here, I think it does. I think it does. It's always a real crowd pleaser offline. We'll see. I'd like to incorporate this particular deck with the Light Seer and the Witches because they work well together. Anyway, they all love the animal deck, so let's give it a shuffle here. Let's do it. It's first card out's before the cuts. Why the fuck are we here? I will tell you, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here where you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Okay? All right. And it's technically all signs. All right? It doesn't matter what your sign is. I'm not your fucking astrologer. This is the hot spot of the connection cycle, the theme energy. So why the fuck are we here? This is a lot. There's a lot of energy here, you guys. There's a shitload. Oh, God. One of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle is why we're here. It's what I said about to cut cards back up the pre-shuffle. It's what I said. Not a lot of excuses left. When you start feeling this way, right, Five of Cups, it's a very sad energy in this deck. It takes a lot to make a horse sad, but you can. I mean, it's a sad horse. It's a horse whose owner died. They were close together. You know, they're very close for a long time. It's just this energy here of someone who's just, why didn't I do anything? Why are we 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 10 years gone? You know, a lot of times in a soul connection, the deeper it is, the more you lose track of time. Keep that in mind. So somebody here that's hanging on the feelings for you, they're losing track of time. 5 years could go by like that. 5 years is nothing in a deep soul connection. Nothing. These are eternal connections. You're talking about 5 years. 5 trips of the earth around the sun. I mean, give me a fucking break. That's nothing, right? And you lose track of time in these. Sort of like when something is your dharma, when it's your life's purpose, right? You lose track of time while you're doing it, right? You do. You'll sit down. You'll go. You think you're working for 10 minutes, and 8 hours will go by without you realizing it. That's one of the ways you know something is your dharma. All right. These connections are a bit of that. It's that type of energy. They're tied, they're eternal. So if it's a deep soul connection, time, your perception of time it goes by very quickly. You know, so 10 years is nothing. It's a snap of a finger. After that sad horse, it's what do I do? A little bit of confusion, Seven of Cups, a little bit of confusion around what do I do now? Somebody attached to you who's long motherfucking gone for some of you. is wondering, what do I do now? How can I bring this back? What can I do? And it's keeping him up at night. But here, he's keeping him up at night, 9 swords. I like to prove it to you. You don't have to take my word for my, oh, Steve says that energy's coming off the 7 of Cups. Ooh. Okay, fine. What do I do to bring this back is what I said. 9 swords, keeping him up at night, right? Anxiety, a little bit of pace in the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. And here's bringing it back. Here's an Ace of Cups. How do we reboot this fucker? Okay? All right. So there you go. Let's hit it. I'm ready to pull this reading. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Shuffling the deck. Let's go. Give me your reading, universe. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Cancer. Let's make it a good one. Let's do this. Come on. Be on. Oh, I want the universe to be honest. I know there's some buts here. It's not all roses and rainbows. You know, on some level, there's a layer of bullshit floating through all of this. But it is what it is. I think somebody's, you know, brave at home and then a little self-sabotage afterward. 5 swords, just what I said. The overall energy is 5 swords. Underneath that is 9 pentacles. These two energies together are the yeah but. This is the lottery winner right here. And this is the person who doesn't understand how money works. If you can't manage $1,000, if you're always broke, you're always going to be broke if you win the lottery too. If you can't manage $1,000, you can't manage $1 million. It doesn't matter. Poor money management is poor money management. I'm just using it as an example. This is the lottery winner, and this is the lottery winner that goes broke in a couple of years because they buy all kinds of shit. They don't understand how money works. They don't understand the implications of tax this and tax that. And then next thing you know, oh, okay, I'm broke. Fine. Somebody here this is a little bit, just a small bit in this case, of snatching defeat from the hands of victory. This whole reading's been the hand of victory. Here's that little pinch of defeat. It has to be there, right? It has to. This ain't rainbow unicorn tarot. At least I hope the fuck not. Fuck. Right here's the energy around your connection with whoever the fuck this is. And I will tell you, this is a motherfucking connection. I will tell you, if you're still, especially if this is the person who's been long gone for a while and you're still watching readings, I'm telling you, this is the energy. This is the same motherfucker I would have pulled on when I first got here, first year out. First Cancer readings where I told you it was a fire hose of energy. It's the hot spot where I first started talking about that back in like April, May of 2021. Okay? That kind of time frame. Maybe March, February, whatever. Early 2021. This is that same energy. There's a powerful connection. Here's the energy of it. Here's how they're behaving in the 3D, in real life right now. Right here's their soul. The hidden energy is here. Message from the universe, separate from the reading, but technically read with the energy or connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. I'll clarify everything with my Somnia deck from offline, which randomly at the bottom has the world, by the way. Wow. Pretty powerful card in this one. I like this world card in this one here. This person's busy reading a book. I always like that. You know, it's sort of a life. Things change when you're not paying attention, right? Got their face buried in a book. Things change when you're not paying attention. It happens all the time, right? That's why you can't take anything for granted. One day things are all the way they are, and the next day they're not the way they are. It's a little bit of that. And that's what this card is talking about here randomly at the bottom. See this person, they got their face buried in a fucking book, right? You think this person's not coming back? You think, oh, I haven't thought about this person in a while. Steve says he's pulling on that old energy. Well, this person's been thinking about you. I'll tell you what. I'll clarify, throw some universe cards at the end. I don't know if I'm going to extend it. We'll find out with the world here already. Energy of your connection. We'll take out our little self-sabotagey person there, okay? There's a chance for victory here. There is. Nine pentacles, 9 cups, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that's victory. That's the best. I mean, it's just unreal. And then it's all topped by that, you know? It's like you give everybody every opportunity to win, and they'll find a way to lose. People will. This energy on the DM side, they will find a way to get if there's an ounce of defeat, they will find it. I don't know how or why. Okay. It's like they like problems. It's like they're just looking for trouble. What's the energy of your connection? 9 wands. 9's at the end in tarot. Not a lot here, not a lot of excuse. They're running out of excuses. We're running out of wall. Someone who put a wall up, okay, is running out of wall. The wall is no longer very good. All right, this is that energy of nines of the end and tarot. The wall is coming down. There's not much of it. It's overgrown. Hell, I could kick that over. How are they behaving in the 3D in real life? Ace of Swords. Somebody's realizing some things. We saw that in the pre-shuffle. Somebody's having some epiphanies. Somebody is going through a bit of a rebirth inside themselves. In and of themselves. I'm not saying they went on a dark night of the soul or having some kind of inner work and stuff. I'm not going to give them that much credit. I am going to say there's an energy where they're realizing they should have done some things. And maybe this wall shouldn't have been there. Maybe I put the wall up. At the very least, that's what they're realizing. Which is a lot for the DM side to admit that they did something wrong. Okay? Oh, I got it wrong. Yeah. We live in a society of DMs. A society of blame shifters who could do no wrong. It's always somebody else's fault, right? You know, it is. If you work customer service, you know exactly what I'm talking about, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Can't possibly be your fault, sir. Right? You can't say that or you get fired, right? But at the end of the day, you know, we live in a society of blame shifters. It's not just politicians, I will tell you. And these DMs are very much blame shifters. Somebody's not doing that here. There's not a lot left to justify that wall. Their soul is here. Three of Pentacles. The card's been coming up a lot lately. When the Three of Pentacles comes up a lot, it tends to mean that somebody from the... It tends to have kind of almost a Six of Cups meaning, where someone you least expected, a partnership you thought would never happen is about to happen. Three of Pentacles tends to be an energy that builds in readings as we flow through the energy. And of course, all my readings are connected. So we're just flowing through the energy of the soulmate cycle. There's not a lot of excuses left for this person. The soul is on board. They know what they want from you or what they could have had. They're acknowledging the wall. Okay, that's good. And the worms ate into their brain, right? That's how the Pink Floyd's The Wall ends, with that sort of a line. Anyway, hidden energy message from the universe, red with 9 wands. Yeah, there's nothing left. We got communication coming. It's straight up communication. It has to be straight up communication, and it kind of is. I'll pull the next card. It's the Queen of Wands. Somebody, Fakey McFakerman getting real. These two are read together. This is Fakey McFakerman energy. This is somebody who puts up a wall of pretense. That wall of pretense is coming down. This Ace of Swords cuts this snake right in half. Okay? The wall is coming down. Some Fakey McFakerman's getting real. Somebody's very attracted to you. We saw it in the pre-shuffle with the Hierophant crossed by the Empress. Somebody sees your value. You could look at it that way. Somebody sees what they could have had with you, that Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's showing up here. It happens rather suddenly if it happens. The universe says that they have something they want to admit to you. Okay? They have something they want to admit. Now, my problem is this. The overall energy. I mean, this is all. I wish this was the overall energy, right? I wish these 3 cards were the overall energy. But the actual overall energy is that, the Five of Swords. It doesn't surprise me because this side, like I said, snatches defeat from the hands of victory all the time. But let's see what the Somnia deck has to say. Let's do it. Okay, here you go. Here's your chance. You wanted your chance out here in public, deck. Here you go. Put me in, coach. Okay. Put me in front of the crowd, Steve. All right. Don't let me down. Although you already didn't with the World card and the book reader there. That's perfect. That tells me when you're not paying attention, this happens. This might even be somebody you haven't thought about in a long time. You might want to keep that in mind, too. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Let's clarify it. Let's go. Tell me about the Nine of Wands. What do we get? That's my theme song. Lem the parrot is... Someone asked me about the parrot. They asked if he's still in the room. With, yeah, he's here. He's over here. These readings relax him. He's gotten so used to the readings that he sees them as his nap time. My work time is his nap time now. I tell you, I know. I miss the days when he would laugh when I would say something funny. You know, I had like a studio audience. Now he's over there snoring, sound asleep. I don't know. I might have to take him off my profile picture because people are like, why is he pictured with a parrot? I never even hear a parrot. I know. Because he don't say nothing anymore. What the hell? Fucker. You know. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. This is one of those cards. Some of these are marked and some of them aren't. So some of them you kind of interpret. I mean, they all have a meaning, but the ones that aren't marked, you're supposed to just sort of run with. That's why I like the deck. This one technically is the Four of Swords. Okay? So Nothing's been happening here. Somebody's running out of excuses. This is someone here who is running out of reasons. I'm just all out of reasons for nothing to be happening here. Something's about to happen is what this card is saying. And I believe it because the magician is underneath that. Okay? From nothing, I have the magician. From nothing comes something. Right? The magician pulls a rabbit out of a hat. There's a rabbit about to be pulled out of a hat here. You got to be fucking kidding me. Look at that. There's a tower. Nice. Tower. What did I say? Well, look at this house. It's burning. It's on fucking fire. Right? This wall burned pretty good too with all that brush on it. It really is. There's something about to happen. From nothing's about to come something. A connection that's been long gone is about to, because the wall is coming down, is about to reappear. Can I put it that way? Rather magically about to reappear. That's an interesting combination of energies. I could talk about that for a long time. Really, honestly. I don't know if it's bringing healing with it, though. I don't know. Maybe. Somebody certainly healed their bullshit. What's going on with the tower? Why is that here? It's the Five of Wands. I wanted to pause that for a moment. I wanted to take a moment to reflect on that Five of Wands. Okay? I wanted to because the Five of Wands in general is someone, again, it's a theme that talks about not that much resistance. It's always a weak resistance for me. But in the context of what's here, there's something else coming off of it, and I just wanted to take a moment before I said something. I didn't want to hang here with you. It really is a case of somebody here trying to, in their mind, they're trying to save something. And I think they might think part of the reason the Queen of Wands is here, that energy, again, read with this, but also ties to this, somebody getting real. It always ties with the energy of your connection, which ties to everything. I think somebody might be thinking it's easier than it is, and that's why the Five of Swords is here. That's the self-sabotage. Sort of like what I talked about. You know, this is why sometimes my offline decks, they get very complex. This is a very complex sort of thing. Because it's why I mentioned the lottery, right? I said, this is your lottery win, and this is your person that can't manage $1,000. They can't manage $1 million or 10 million or 20 million either, right? It's the same kind of thing. They think they're all set for life. They think it's more money than what it is. They think, oh, I can just buy a Ferrari a week and everything will be fine. You know, this is somebody who thinks it's easier than it is. And it's more complicated than they realize. Your connection with this person is more complicated than this person realized. This would be a person here, the way these cards were reading, and the reason I stopped, is there's a person right there who got out of the fire in the tower. This is a person, that person thought they could just put it out with the fire extinguisher they had upstairs. They were wrong. And now they got some burns on them, right? They got burned a little bit because that person's not doing too well. So somebody thinks this is easier than it is, and they're mistaken. The Five of Wands is a weak energy. The Tower is a powerful energy. I just wanted to check that because these cards are going to take us a little deeper than the clarifiers normally would go. It's something to keep in mind. I do think somebody's coming towards you, but it does explain this Five of Swords, this self-sabotage. You know, it might be a little cocky, maybe, or think it's, oh, you're going to be glad to hear from me. Maybe they think you're more glad than what you are, kind of a thing. Whatever. Either way, they think it's going to be easier than what it is, and the fire got away from this person. Okay? So keep that in mind. It probably ties to what I talked about in the full moon reading quite a bit. Okay? All right. Ace of Swords. Why is it here? Anyway, leave it to me. Leave it to an offline deck to make me pause for a second. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's feedbacking off so many cards. 9 Wands, Tower, Queen of Wands, and this 5 Swords. Jesus. I was like, what the fuck? Usually that's the easiest card to fucking read. Alright. Ace of Swords. Hey, it is what it is. Ace of Swords. Why is it here? Oh, 3 of Cups. Oh my God. Somebody here is very emotional in this energy. They got something to say. They realize that, oh man, it's they're realizing something about you and a third energy. That third energy could be a spouse, or it can be a partnership, a family that they have, or someone else. It could be also just how they approach their life. That's an energy. So it doesn't matter. Either way, they're having some great epiphanies about that, and it's making them very emotional. I see. The sun, yeah. That's the happiest card. That's the thing about the sun here is it looks like death almost. It's a very ominous looking sun. It's more of Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun, right? Wash away the pain, right? That kind of thing. Black hole sun. It's a little bit of that. Why is the sun here? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. But if you look at the Knight of Cups, it's also dark. It's also that kind of thing. Somebody's very happy and somber. It's bittersweet. Okay? Somebody knows what they want to do. They realize that one part of their life is making them unhappy, and they know how to get happy, but also they know that in order to get happy, they're going to have to eat some crow. They're going to have to come in with some apologies. They're going to have to be very, very deep. 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 All right? They're going to have to go deep. And I think they are. I think they want to. I think they might. I think they are at least going deep inside them. This is a very ominous sun card in that deck. It really is. Wow. All right. Always also with the way that flag is and the way the mustard yellow is there, always reminds me of French's mustard. If you look at their logo, kind of, it's kind of like that. Anyway, the fact that this card has mustard yellow right there, that's the color of your connection in this cycle. That's that old mustard yellow coming back. We used to talk about it all the time around here. It's showing up right there. And it makes them happy, but somebody also knows that they fucked up. And now they need to fix it. The soul is on board with that. I think it's ill thought out. I think they think it's going to be easier than what it is. Probably because of the Three of Pentacles in the soul. Three of Pentacles is an energy, and plus we're in that full moon energy where we want what we want, right? We want something new. We feel like we can go get it, right? I think somebody does. I think somebody approaches you. There could be some sword crossing here. Again, we talked about crossing swords in the full moon reading because it's not as easy to put that fire out, right? It's a big deal. It'll get away from them. I think they're mistaken. Yet I think deep down they kind of realize it as well. It's a very somber Knight of Cups. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Let's find out. Let's find out together. Five of Pentacles. Or Five of Pentacles. Wow. Somebody here just knows. No, that's why the Knight of Cups is so somber. Through these energies flow from 5D to 3D. These energies flow over here. I got 5 Pentacles here crossing this Three of Pentacles. Somebody knows they fucked up here. So it's not that somebody wants a partnership with you or wants to try again. It's somebody just knows that they missed out on something. I think they may even, for some of you, need your help with something. It's possible. I don't know. Or maybe they just like to, they wish they could talk to you. You know, they fucked up before, burnt a bridge, right? What we call it burning bridges for a reason. A lot of you, this person burnt the bridge to get to you. And when we burn, you burn down a house, the house is gone. You know, if you want to come in and rebuild there, that's fine. But you got to start from the foundation. You got to hire a contract. It's a big deal. It's not just putting up a tent and saying, well, this'll do. A tent won't do when you've had a raised ranch kind of thing going on. What the hell? So yeah, somebody here definitely feels like they definitely want a partnership for sure. They want something, and there's that Magician. There's the Magician that was part of what was crossing there with the Four of Swords. From something comes nothing. From nothing comes something, and in fact it's over here in that order. Why is the Magician here? The Four of Swords. These two were crossing over here. These are red with these. These flow from here to here. So yeah, from somebody here, and that's why we have this fast energy as the next card out in the message from the universe, that they just come in. They just appear. I believe it because we had the World randomly at the bottom of this and that person busy inside the book. Yeah, things change when you're not paying attention. Well, it is. All right, let's go. This person's been there the whole time, though. That's the thing. A lot of people miss that. It's sort of like, People get it wrong I always like to be aware of my surroundings. A lot of people think sometimes they see me because of the way I behave out in public and stuff, walking down the street, they think I have military training because I'm always looking around, I'm always aware of my surroundings, but I only look for a moment. And a lot of people think you look for things that have changed to see where you're going or whatever, or what's behind you or whatever. If you think somebody's following you down the street, the best thing, what you actually want to do is stop every once in a while and look around and look for things that have oddly stayed the same, not things that have changed. It's the things that have stayed the same. In other words, you walk, in an exaggerated example, you're walking down the street, you walk past a rock. Maybe there's that person, they're hiding under the rock, they're disguised as a rock. You walk another couple of blocks and you look around and that rock is still there. How the hell is that rock still there? You're looking for things that have stayed the same, that haven't changed. It's unlikely the same person is still with you if you're 2 blocks down the street. Very unlikely, right? So it's a bit of that. This energy's been there the whole time. I think a lot of you, especially those of you who think, oh, this energy's long gone, have just missed it, right? You're just not noticing it. You're looking for the wrong thing, or you're looking at the wrong thing. I'd like to point out as well that I've got mustard yellow here, and even darker mustard. This is more of a gray poupon. Pardon me? You have any gray poupon, right? Something very, very, very fancy mustard. I think somebody might bring you a gift. Okay, I think they might show up with a gift of some kind, or that gift could be a kind word or a question for you in some way. Either way, something along those lines. I think for some of them they show up with a gift. It seems strange to say that, but I kind of get that, right? Or they have a question. Notice I called that gray poupon. The old commercials for gray poupon mustard, some fancy fuck would pull up in a car and ask the person in the car, pardon me, do you have any gray poupon? You know, that kind of a thing. I think somebody here may have a question for you of some kind, or they think that you can help, and that's why they show up so quickly. I think you'd be very surprised by this. I also think they've been there the whole time. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. Oh my God, you've got to be fucking kidding me. It's crossed by 8 swords, which is sort of what the universe has been warning you about, right? Somebody here. What did I say when I first pulled this Knight of Swords? I said I think they confess something to you, or they want to admit something to you. Something's keeping this person trapped, and that's why they're coming in. Okay? So maybe they're out of gray poupon. I don't know, and they think you got some in your fridge. I don't know. Either way, there's a lot of mustard yellow here, and it's a dominant energy here in the reading because it was originally crossing the energy of your connection. Something is eating at this person. It's gnawing at them. They feel trapped by it. Maybe it's something they said to you. Maybe it's the way they left. Maybe it's the way they ran. This is likely a runner. This is an old energy that's been attached to you for a while. I mean, for some of you, if you're new around here and you're like, I don't know who this could be. This could be somebody who dumped you back in high school, and it's been eating at them the whole life the way they did it. You know? I don't know. What's going on? What's on top here? The Emperor. Yeah. Somebody wants to redeem themselves. Somebody wants to take control of this. Something's eating at them, and somebody wants to take control of this. They want to redeem themselves. This Emperor card has in this deck, if you look at this real quickly, it looks like a skull. If it's not, it's an anvil. But it looks like a skull if you look at it real fast. That's important. It's like an Emperor meets Death card in this deck. Okay? So somebody wants to take control of this and redeem themselves. Why is the Emperor here? It's not a Burger King either. It's a nice card. It really is. Ace of Wands. Somebody wants to try again. It's the Ace of Wands. Somebody wants to try again. Wow. That's unbelievable and interesting. It is. Look at I've got 9 swords here as well. I've got 2 pentacles. Somebody's it's driving them crazy. That's all I could say. It's driving them fucking crazy. All right. Let's see where we go. What's the final outcome on this? Queen of Wands. Now again, the Ace of Wands we often talk about can get blown out very quickly, right? Like a match in the wind. It's red with this 5 of Wands, which I had to take a look at because it's attached to a whole lot of different cards. Again, they think it's going to be easier than it is. I think it's sort of like they light that wand in front of you and you go and blow it out. Okay? Again, I encourage you to pay attention to my full moon reading. I think that's very important. All right, Queen of Wands. Why is it here? Tell me about it. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. Why is it here? What do we get? What's this Queen of Wands mean to my viewer? Besides, I already get it. Fakey McFakerman getting real. We got a bit of a tail between their legs here. That's a very somber Knight of Cups. It's a very, very somber Knight of Cups, I will tell you. Okay. All right. The Page of Pentacles. Well, they call it coins here, but I still stick with my pentacle thing. Page of Pentacles. It's communication from somebody, yeah, who's got their tail between their legs a little bit. A little bit. I think this person admits some things to you. I do. What's on top? Justice. You know, why do you? No matter what deck I grab, I get justice for you. This is for you. This is your final outcome. I think no matter what happens here, even if they think it's easier than it is, and you got to blow their fucking wand out, their Ace of Wands out. I think you end happy. This is happiness. It's balanced energy. It's red with the sun. I think there's a bittersweet ending here. Okay? I think. Why is justice here? Chariot. It's the energy of this. It's Cancerian energy. It's a Cancer reading. It's the energy of the soulmate cycle, of the theme energy of this soulmate cycle, and it's red with this very somber Knight of Cups here. And also this Emperor drives the Chariot. Somebody coming to redeem something here. I've got two little entities here. You'll notice that one of them, I'll just give you the imagery in how it relates to this card, which you shouldn't have too much trouble with, right? One of them's a white being. The other one is a black hooded one. There's a black hooded one right there. So, and it's red with the Knight of Cups. That always, if it comes out this way in this deck, that's how the energy reflects. So it reflects that guy is that guy right there. So somebody's coming in to make something right. Something feels wrong about the way it ended with you, or the way there isn't something there isn't a partnership. Something just in this energy feels wrong to this person, and they want to right the wrong. I just think on the negative side that they think it's going to be easier than it actually is. All right, and as proof of that, their communication with you, which is here, is on the level of a page. Okay, I just want to point that out, and a page of coins at that, Page of Pentacles. So again, the theme comes up where you end up schooling this person a little bit. Just don't go overboard on your schooling. You have the potential here to end very happy, and with the Chariot here, move forward with this energy. Move forward with this person in some way. Okay? All right, let's see. Let's pull 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. Let's see where we go here. Let's see where we're at. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my viewers, universe? What else you got? Anything? What do you want to say about that? I'm going to ask it a question here. What do you want to say about this Knight of Cups and this Chariot? Tell me more. Tell me more about this communication. 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and a Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot is a key energy here. And that's probably why it came out. And with the Chariot and Justice coming out back to back like that, I've shuffled this deck at least 1,000 times in the time that I've been using it offline. The fact that those 2 cards have come together again is mind-blowing to me. So at the end of the day here, you've got a lot of divine timing in play. All right? There's something that's happening with this Emperor who drives the Chariot. Okay, here's this Emperor, message from the universe. There's something that's happening with them. They're having some kind of epiphany, some kind of awakening. There's something that they want to take control of. They want to take control of a narrative. Okay? What you do with it, here's where it gets a little maybe on the negative side with the 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. There's opportunity here for great transformation with this giant fucking butterfly. It represents transformation. They come charging in. Yeah, there is an opportunity for it, but I think, I don't want to say you might have to say no or you might have to reject them. I think that's too negative. I think I'm going to just say it. I think it's not what you expect. I think this gets you, I think if I take these away and this reading could get you very excited. Okay? With the Chariot crossing divine timing, it's harvest time. Here comes the Chariot. Steve got the Chariot as the last card out, red with the Knight of Cups. Hell, even the Knight of Cups guy is on the Chariot card. I mean, that's amazing. It really is. I think you could get real excited about this reading if I took these cards away, but we can't do that. Okay? As much as, I'm not chasing views here. I think, it's not what you expected. Try not to let it bother you. Try to look at this. Try to have some perspective. There's some sort of bittersweet ending here for you. It ends, it's like I said, the justice is happiness. It's balanced energy. Balanced energy to you in the 3D is happiness. It's red with the sun, but the sun in this deck is a bit of a somber looking card. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's almost like the death guy wearing a red robe in a way. It is a very somber looking sun card. It's a bittersweet energy. So it's all how you look at it. Try to look at it in the positive. Try to look at it as, wow, I had such an impact on this person that they felt the need. I think to show up and to clear something up, I think it could be interpreted that the one way I interpreted it, I think, is the main way, that they think it's going to be easier than it is. But another way to interpret that same energy, the same frequency of energy, could play out 1,000 different ways depending on context. Another way to interpret that is that it's a big deal to them why they're coming in. The Emperor is a big deal, right? Emperor's coming to visit? That sounds like a big deal. It's a big deal to them, but it's not a big deal to you. Somebody, try to look at it that way. Okay? And then, you might end up a little disappointed in the person, like, wow, that's what they thought the big deal was when they ran away? That? No, it had nothing to do with it. It was this over here. Don't even bother. You could school them if you want at a later date, and in fact, you may have to. They're a student, right? Page of Cups. Or Page of Pentacles, I'm sorry, right there. But at the end of the day, that's the best way I can interpret this. Okay, I think for most of you, they think it's easier than it is. But overall, it's possible that the energy here is saying that they're coming in to clear up something that's a big deal to them, but it's something you may have put down a long time ago, and you're a little disappointed. And you're a little disappointed that they don't really, that they're off that their aim is off, that they've missed the point or in some way. Don't be. Don't engage them. Don't cross swords. Look at it more as a chance for you to get this justice, to show that this connection meant something to somebody more than what you realize. Because when people show up after a long period of time, when you hear from someone for any reason that you haven't heard from in a long time, it's a big deal. Okay? That means that your energy popped up back in that person's life, and that happens for a reason. And they're showing up back at you for a reason, even if it annoys you, even if you don't want to hear from the person. It's happening for a reason. The universe, the energy around us in nature, just tries to balance. That's what it does. It gets knocked out of balance, tries to rebalance. So it's a rebalancing. If that happens, the main reason energetically that it's happening is the universe is trying to rebalance something. It benefits both sides. It's for the greater good. It's not going to try and knock energy out of balance. It's not going to balance it for this person and then knock it out of balance for that person. It's not going to intentionally try to do that. So that's why sometimes people say, well, why do bad things keep happening? Bad things are happening to you so that you can balance the energy. And they're only bad because you're looking at them as bad. You can look at just about anything. Everything has many different angles that you can look at it from. Okay? Many different perspectives. You just need to change gears, that's all. All right? And understand that energy is just trying to balance. There's a good chance for communication here from somebody you don't expect it. I mean, honestly, I don't even half the time expect this specific frequency of energy to show up back at these readings. The fact that it blows my mind. And the fact that it came with so much mustard yellow. Here, and here, red with this by default. I mean, it's unreal, right? I'm going to pull some offline reads and see if I'm going to extend this one or not. I don't know. You know, if there's a link at the top of the description, I found something worth pulling on. I might. I don't know. I will pull on all kinds of stuff. I'll pull on what they want from you, where they've been, what they've been doing, and I just keep getting drawn to this evil sun here, the death sun, I call it in this deck. So we'll see. If there's a link, I found something interesting. If not, hey, here's your reading. I hope the reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.